I never believed in karma. Not really. I thought life was random, that bad things happen to good people, and good things happen to those who didn't deserve it. But now looking back, I wonder if maybe karma had been keeping tabs all along, just waiting for the right moment to tip the scales. My name is Michael. I'm 33 years old, and 2 years ago, I thought I had everything a man could want. A career that made me proud, a group of close friends, and Emma. Emma wasn't just beautiful, she was incandescent. The kind of woman who walks into a room and makes everyone stop talking, not because she's loud or flashy, but because there's just something about her, like a gravity. She pulled people in without trying, and I was lucky enough to be the one she chose. We met at a bar downtown, some trendy place with overpriced cocktails and dim lights. I was there for a friend's birthday. She was there with her sister. We locked eyes across the room and something clicked. Cliché, I know, but it felt like a movie moment. 6 months later, we were inseparable. A year later, we moved in together. 2 years after that, I bought a ring. I should have known something was wrong when she didn't cry. She smiled, said yes, kissed me like she meant it. But there were no tears, no trembling hands. Emma wasn't the type to hide her emotions. She cried at commercials, at dog videos, at sunsets. But not that night. I ignored it because I wanted her, because I loved her, because when you think you found the person you're supposed to spend forever with, you stop looking for signs that maybe you're wrong. The wedding was set for the following June. We told our families, celebrated with friends, posted the obligatory ring photo on Instagram. Emma looked so happy in that picture, smiling with her whole face, leaning into me like we were already one body. I didn't know she'd started seeing someone else. It started small. The late nights at work, the new passwords on her phone, the subtle change in how she touched me. Still affectionate, but less present. Her mind was elsewhere, and I pretended not to notice, until I did. It was a Tuesday night. I came home early from work, surprise takeout in hand. Emma was in the shower. Her phone was on the kitchen counter, buzzing with notifications. I wasn't the type to snoop, but something about the way it lit up over and over made my stomach turn. I looked. I wish I hadn't. There were messages, dozens, some flirtatious, others explicit. A man named Caleb, a name I didn't recognize, but apparently one she knew very well. My hands went numb. My heart pounded in my ears. I couldn't breathe. I didn't confront her right away. I waited. I watched. I became someone I didn't recognize. A man who checked her phone when she slept, who followed her one night just to see where she went. She wasn't careful. She met him at a hotel downtown, room 213. I waited outside, sitting in my car for 3 hours, staring at that window, trying to imagine what was happening behind it. When she came home, I pretended everything was normal, kissed her forehead, asked about her day, told her I loved her. I wanted her to lie to my face. She did. I kept the lie alive for 2 more weeks. I needed time to think, to understand, to make a choice. And then I made it. Not revenge, not violence, just truth. I printed every message, every photo, every detail of their affair. Put them in an envelope labeled Emma, read alone. Then I left it on the kitchen table and walked out. I stayed with a friend, ignored her calls, let her feel the silence she'd left me in. It took her 3 days to come find me. She cried, screamed, begged, but I didn't go back, because sometimes love doesn't die in a fire. Sometimes it starves, grows cold, freezes over until even the fondest memories feel like lies. And maybe karma is real. Maybe it's just patient, Because 6 months later, I heard Caleb had left her, moved to another state, ghosted her entirely. And I met someone new, someone who doesn't hide behind passwords or hotel rooms, someone who doesn't need to pretend. Emma still texts sometimes. I don't respond, because closure doesn't always come in the form of forgiveness. Sometimes it's just knowing you finally walked away. Her name was Claire. We met at a bookstore, the kind that still smells like paper and quiet conversations. I was browsing a shelf of crime novels when she reached for the same title. Our hands brushed. She laughed. I apologized. We talked for 20 minutes without realizing time had passed. Claire was different. Where Emma was fire, Claire was earth, grounded, calm. She didn't pull people in like gravity. She gave them space to settle beside her. Being with her felt like exhaling after holding my breath for too long. We took it slow. I told her about Emma, about the betrayal. I thought it might scare her off, but she just listened, really listened, and said, "That must have hurt like hell." It had, but it hurt less when she said it. Claire didn't fix me. She didn't try. She gave me time, patience, and honesty. We built something real, piece by piece. Not a fairy tale, but something steady, safe, until Emma came back. Not in person, not at first. Just a letter. It showed up in my mailbox one morning in April. No return address. Handwritten in looping script I hadn't seen in over a year. She said she was sorry, that she'd been lost, that Caleb wasn't what she thought, that she missed me, that she still loved me. And she ended it with a question. Can we talk? I stared at those words for hours. Claire found the letter before I could hide it. She didn't get angry. She didn't accuse me. She just asked, "What are you going to do?" I told her the truth. I don't know, because part of me, some wounded, foolish part, still remembered the way Emma laughed, the way she whispered my name in the dark, the way it felt when we thought we were forever. But the rest of me knew better. It took me a week to reply. I wrote one line. No, we already did. I never heard from her again. Claire stayed, through my doubts, through my fear, through the nights I couldn't sleep because ghosts of what if haunted me. And slowly the pain turned into memory. The memory turned into distance, and the distance became peace. I'm not sure I believe in karma, but I believe in second chances, not with the same person, with yourself. We've been together for over a year now, Claire and I. Last weekend, we went hiking in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I watched her climb ahead of me, sunlight in her hair, a quiet determination in her steps. She turned, smiled, held out her hand. That's what love looks like now. Not fireworks, not chaos, just a hand reaching back for yours. And this time, I reached back without hesitation. 2 years later, on a rainy evening in October, I saw Emma again. It wasn't planned. I was coming out of a coffee shop, umbrella in hand, when I saw her across the street. She looked older, not in a tired way, just softer, like life had carved out some of her sharpness. She hadn't seen me yet, and I had a choice: walk away or cross the street. I crossed. "Emma?" She turned. Her eyes widened, and for a split second, I saw the old Emma, the one from our first date, from lazy Sunday mornings, from the night I asked her to marry me. "Michael," she breathed. We stood there, two ghosts in the drizzle. Eventually, we ducked into a nearby cafe, the same one we used to go to. It hadn't changed much. Neither had the silence between us. She told me she was seeing someone new, a dentist, kind, safe. Not the kind of love that consumes you, she said, but the kind that lets you sleep at night. I told her about Claire. She smiled. I'm happy for you, really. I believed her. Before we parted, she reached into her bag and handed me something. A photo. One I hadn't seen in years. It was from our first vacation together. I was holding the camera out. She was kissing my cheek. We looked young, naive. I kept it all this time, she said. Thought you should have it. I took it. Goodbye, Emma. She nodded. Goodbye, Michael. We walked away in opposite directions, the rain still falling. That night I showed Claire the photo. She looked at it for a long time, then handed it back. That chapter made you who you are. I'm not threatened by it. I kissed her then, not out of gratitude, not out of reassurance. Just love, pure, present. The kind that doesn't burn. It glows. And in that moment, I knew. This, not the fire, not the storm, this quiet light. This was home.